Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of September 9th through September 13th. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plan. We'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also talk about how we can use dividend payers and several option strategies to also generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. So here's our Google document with our notes for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for September 9th through September 13th. We keep our notes for our weekly trading game plans in publicly accessible Google documents. Our weekly trading game plan notes documents contain links to bonus videos, tools, and resources we use to trade our top swing trading stocks. If you have not already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this week, titled Make Money Trading the September Effect, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, trading strategies, trading ideas for this trading week. We keep all of our weekly trading game plan notes documents in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1 as well as previous weekly trading game plans. And again, you can find a direct link to that Google Drive folder as well in the description box below. Welcome, Gerald Pitts. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great trading week and are doing well. So firstly, we'll review some of our trade updates for this week and look at the chart in Webull as well. So this week we finally went long on UROI. UROI is one of the uranium stocks that we prefer swing trading. You can hear our discussion from last week's weekly trading game plan, as well as our video on the uranium stocks that we like to swing trade. Again, we went long on UROI on the 3rd at 202. So if we take a quick look at that chart in Webull, here's UROI. You see it was declining. We've been talking about that cycling out of uranium, cycling down of uranium, very cyclical. We talked about that 202 level being a pretty good support level. Again, you can see I went long at 202 on the 3rd, was pretty stable. Then as we discussed yesterday, I think the uranium sector got pushed down further with the rotation out of energy. We saw, again, oil break down. And again, I think that downward pressure on the energy sector in general also pushed uranium further down. So you can see there's still a good opportunity to enter into UROI. You can get a better entry price than we got. You can see there's a longer term support level at 181. So we'll see if that continued rotation out of energy, out of uranium. Maybe you can again get a better price in UROI. Again, plenty of potential upside into the 280s. So again, this is one of the ones we like to swing trade when it gets down to that two level, 190, 181, anywhere in that zone is a nice entry point for a swing for sector rotations, cycle back into uranium. Again, maybe we'll see some discrepancy, between the various sectors within energy and see a swing back up in uranium. Again, you can see several other uranium stocks that we're taking a look at, watching as well. Welcome the Crow, LinkedIn, Ricky Khan. Thank you all for joining us today. So just a quick reminder, although I don't ever recommend anyone blindly follow us into or out of trades, if it would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career to see when we enter or exit a trade, you can get email notification by joining our Patreon. As soon as I enter or exit a trade, I'll post that to our Patreon members. Again, you'll get email notification. Also, we have several channels in our Discord available to our Patreon members that I'll show you briefly, with additional price alerts, trade alerts, etc. Additional help for your make money trading. So firstly, I also have a Thinkorswim alerts channel in our Discord. So I have price alerts set in Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted to the Thinkorswim channel. So we can see when crude oil futures broke their 52-week low, as we discussed yesterday. We got that alert in Thinkorswim. We also got one on USOI, which is a dividend payer, Credit Suisse dividend payer on oil. It broke its 52-week low, and we'll talk about that. We're watching USOI for a potential entry point to go long oil, collect dividends. It has a pretty attractive dividend. So again, these Thinkorswim alerts triggered us that, hey, it was time to look at USOI again. We also have a real-time alerts channel. Our automated system generates real-time alerts when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near our price targets, etc. And you can hear how you can use this alerts channel and our automated systems, get alerted when stocks are moving up, breaking out, etc. Via the video in our notes. You can also get access to that real-time alerts channel by joining our Patreon. Also a great way to see sector rotations, trend reversals in the markets. So as things reverse, trends shift, sectors rotate, we'll get real-time alerts in our alerts channel. And then again, we can trade accordingly. Again, a great resource for shorter term traders, day traders, scalpers, etc. So I hope that all helps. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll go over our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. We'll briefly look at the price targets in our watch list Google Sheet and also the charts in Webull. Welcome to Cootsie. Is that an easy mic? I'm sure I'm slaughtering that name and I apologize for that. So here's our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch list for this week. And yesterday we talked about, the September effect, declining markets. September is the worst market in the for the year, so there's not a whole lot of real good opportunities for swing trades on the upside right now. But there's a couple that seem to be resilient and that we like to play for sector rotations in our top swing trading stocks to watch list. So firstly, we're taking MP Materials out of our watch list. We were watching it for a while. I missed the bounce on that. So again, congratulations to any of our BeachBum traders who caught the recent bounce in MP Materials. But as it's pretty much already run up, I'm not going to chase it at this point. We'll wait for it to rotate back down as it has a tendency to do. So again, congratulations if anyone caught that bounce and was able to ride MP Materials up. So again, you can hear our previous due diligence discussions of what we like about MP Materials via the link to the video in our notes and also on our channel. Welcome, Born to Be Free. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. We've been watching MSB, MSB Trust. Again, this is a small steel producer. We like to trade the sector rotations in and out of steel. Seems to have held up. We're hearing, discussions that they may block the Nippon Steel takeover of X, U.S. Steel. So some volatility in the steel sector. Don't know how that might affect MSB Trust. I know they have a holding in Cleveland Cliffs, and you can hear our previous due diligence quick take on MSB Trust via the link to the video in our notes. So again, we're watching to play potential sector rotations in and out of steel. Also PBT, Permian Basin Royalty Trust, we've been watching for potential opportunities to swing oil. Again, this is oil and gas in the Permian Basin. It's also pays a small dividend that we'll see in our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. And you can hear our previous discussions on PBT. PBT seems to have held up, even though, again, we saw oil break down below 70. The last one in our top swing trading stocks to watch list is PERI on networks. You can hear our previous discussions of why we're watching PERI via the bonus link to the video in the notes. You can see it was trading below cash and trading below book. It has gone up a little bit, rolled over. This is one I'm a little more hesitant on, as it's technology, digital advertising. If we continue to see rotation out of technology, decline in the technology sector, that may continue to push PERI down. So as we'll see, I want to make sure it's going to hold the support level in PERI. So just a quick reminder, we keep our top swing trading stocks to watch list now in a Google sheet with price targets, etc. And this gets automatically updated at the end of each day. And you can get 24/7 access to our watch list Google sheet by joining our Patreon. You can hear how you can use our Google sheet to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch via the series of videos in our notes. So again, our watch list Google sheet contains our price targets, support and resistance level, risk reward profiles, earnings information, dividend information, ex-dividend dates, optionality, etc. So again, and then when the Google Finance functions are updating, then you can see in near real time the current performance of our top swing trading stocks to watch list stocks in our Google sheet. If I happen to make any updates to our watch list after that's been generated, then we have a channel in our Discord, stocks watch list channel in our Discord, and I will post any updates after that Google Sheet's been generated to the stocks watch list channel in our Discord that, again, our Patreon members have access to. So I hope that all helps. So let's look at those charts for our top swing trading stocks to watch in Webull. So again, a nice feature of Webull, we can have all kinds of different watch lists, so we can quickly jump over to our top swing trading stocks to watch. So here's MSB. We can see it had bounced pretty significantly back in August after the August decline in the market, up to 18. Looks like it rolled over some. Looks like it's coming back down. So we'll see if we get further retracement in MSB. Again, some of the volatility in the steel market, talking about China dumping through Mexico, etc. So again, we'll see if MSB continues to cycle down and we get an opportunity to enter that again. PBT, again, oil, Permian Basin Trust. Again, you can see it's been pretty resilient despite the decline in the oil price. So it's held up around that 11 level. Previously, it had dipped down to 10. So again, it only pays about a 5-cent, 7-cent per month dividend. So we're looking for more price appreciation. And again, it's been as high as almost 15 in the recent past. Again, PERI on networks. So it bounced up after their earnings, after that August dip, bounced up from 730 to 9. Looks like it hit that resistance, coming back down. Again, I'm a little concerned with the rotation out of technology, that this may push PERI further down, although again, we can see it's been relatively resilient to that downtrend in technology. But I'd like to see if this support level around 750, 730 is going to hold before considering an entry in PERI. So I hope that all helps. Welcome, Alan Krantz. Thank you for joining us. Hope you all are doing well. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll go through our bullpen stocks for this week. Good morning, The Crow, if I missed you earlier. Glad to see you here today as well. So just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, you can still get up to 75 free fractional shares of stock and up to a 7% interest rate on your idle cash for the first 30 days. If you open and invest 25K in your account, you get the 75 free fractional shares stock with 7% interest rate. Under 25K, you get 20 free fractional shares of stock, still get that 7% interest rate, and each of these fractional shares worth $3,000 to $3,000. We use Webull for our market analysis, our due diligence, the majority of our trading, and if you'd use our affiliate link in the description box below, can get all your fractional shares of stock, your bonus interest rate, any additional promotions they may be offering at the time, and also help support our BeachBum trading community, which we greatly appreciate. Okay, so here's our bullpen stocks for this week. Again, if you're new to our community, the concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that don't necessarily have the setup for our top swing trading stocks to watch at this time. But may in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen, revisit them periodically. If their setup improves, then we put them in the game, move them up to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. If they run away or break down, then we just take them out of the bullpen and we can revisit them again in the future. So again, one we've had in the bullpen for a little while is Shutterstock. Again, Shutterstock has a AI type event, AI related type event that we kind of like. Again, you can hear our previous discussion on Shutterstock via the link to our quick take due diligence video in the notes. Again, as this is a technology AI related company, another one that may be negatively impacted by the rotation out of technology, downward pressure on technology. So we'll see if that one holds up as well. Talked about UROY. That was in our bullpen. We saw that, quick decline in uranium, quick dip in UROY. So we traded that directly out of our bullpen, and we'll see how now in our bullpen sheet and our Google sheet, it's easier for us to trade stocks directly out of our bullpen as well. One we're adding to the bullpen, which may warrant moving up to our top swing trading stocks to watch list, is USOI. Again, USOI is the Credit Suisse monthly dividend paying ETN on oil. We've swung trade USOI numerous times in the past, pays an attractive monthly dividend. Again, we want to watch for a support level or a bottom in WTI crude futures to determine an entry point in USOI. So as we saw, the crude futures broke down below their 52-week low, which was 67.71. WTI crude futures have a 3-year low of 62.43. So I believe I have another price target set up in Thinkorswim at that 62.43. We did see it bounce back up. Oil bounced back up into the 68s, but there's a significant resistance, at 70 in that level. So when crude oil, WTI crude bottoms and swings back up, then I'll probably enter a sizable chunk into USOI to collect that nice monthly dividend. And we'll look at the dividend for USOI in our Dividend Payers Google Sheet as well. So again, now we can watch our Bullpen Stocks in the Bullpen tab in our watch list Google Sheet. You can see I left UROI in there, even though we're long UROI. Opportunities you might be able to take to get a better entry price currently. So I've left that in our bullpen for now. So if we look at the charts for our bullpen stocks in Webull, again, just flip over to our bullpen watch list. See Shutterstock, again, we've been talking about this for a while. Again, it's been relatively resilient to the rotation out of technology. Did run up a little bit, rolled over, sitting at the support level. Again, I'd like to see that this previous support level around 32.40 or so is going to hold. Again, if we get further rotation, downward pressure in technology stocks, AI-related stocks, might push Shutterstock down further. Talked about oil in USOI, had a little bit of a spike bottom down to 65.11. But as we saw in the TOS price alerts, it broke its 52-week low, daily low, and is declining with the price of oil. So we don't really know where the bottom in USOI is until we see a bottom and swing back up in WTI crude. So again, we want to use that price of WTI crude to determine our entry point in USOI, and then we'll swing that and hold it for its nice monthly dividend that we'll also see in a few minutes. The audio okay? Taikutsu, again, is that easy, Mike? Is the audio okay? Please give me a thumbs up if our audio is good. Okay, next we'll just briefly talk about our shopping list stocks. Again, as we talked about the September effect yesterday, the tendency of the markets to be down. Thank you for the confirmation on the audio, Gerald Fitz, the Crow, greatly appreciate it. Again, so there may be opportunities to pick up stocks in your shopping list. Shopping list stocks are ones that you've always wanted to buy, potentially for a hold, for dividend payment, etc. Just a quick reminder, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education and hopefully some entertainment purposes only. But we always recommend you stay away from zombie stocks, zombie companies, zombie ETFs. And you can hear what that means via the links to those videos. Again, we talked about the September effect, declining market, etc. The late September swoon, so the second half of September tends to be even worse. So from a historical standpoint, so it may give you some opportunities, but you don't want to get stuck with these zombie companies. If you're concerned about the solvency of a company or whether it's going to have to do an offering or a reverse split at some point, you can do a quarter's cash flow positive calculation using our biotech due diligence Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. Again, when you can see any money losing stock, not just biotechs, you can see if they're at risk of solvency and solvency issues or an offering or a split via our biotech due diligence Google Sheet. You can see our shopping list stocks in the shop list tab of our watch list Google Sheet. You can see we have a number of the Mag 7s. I've got some Yield Max, BPOY, TSOY. I want to look at and talk about Yield Maxes a little bit when we get to our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. Also some other uranium stocks we like, DMN, we're watching Disney, we'll talk about put options on Disney, also the REITs that we like to watch, Land, LTCO. These have all been pretty resilient. We saw real estate's been one of the better performing sectors this month, STAG. Also USOI, I added that to our shopping list as well. So we can watch that on an ongoing basis. Uranium ETF. So again, if uranium continues to cycle down, we might look at acquiring the uranium ETF or maybe one of the other uranium stocks that we like. So, and you can also watch our shopping list stocks in the shop list tab of our Google Sheet. Okay. Let me grab a quick drink and we'll look at and talk about dividend paying stocks. So again, dividend payers is a great way. You can also generate income while you're waiting for your swing trading stocks to set up. We use our dividend payers Google Sheet to identify potential dividend payers that we might want to look at either swing trading or holding. Again, we're collecting dividend income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. And you can also generate your own schedule of dividend payers by using our dividend payers Google Sheet. You can get access 24/7 access to our dividend payers Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. So if anyone in the chat has a particular dividend payer you want to take a look at, you can throw those symbols up in the chat. We can take a look at any dividend payers you want to look at. We'll grab a drink and we'll jump over to our dividend payers Google Sheet. Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. If anyone, again, has some dividend payers you want to look at. Firstly, I want to look at that USOI, which is the Credit Suisse oil ETN. So we can see the dividend payment information on USOI. You see the last dividend it paid was 42 cents in August, and they haven't announced their dividend payment for September, but it tends to be, about a month later. So probably around 9/20 or so will be their next ex-dividend date. So you can see it's got a pretty nice yield, 18.7% yield. Again, has some decent price appreciation. So from 67 up to, I think, the 52-week high. We can look at it again real quickly. So I think it has about a $10 price appreciation in addition to the nice monthly dividend, 42 cents a month. So again, we like to swing that. We don't want to buy it too high, but again, and it has had a significantly higher dividend in the past. So again, we'll look at swinging and holding USOI for a swing back up in oil, collect that dividend, scalp that off. So again, you can see the dividend payment information and the risk reward profile for USOI in our dividend payers Google Sheet. And I want to briefly talk about the yield maxes. Again, we moved the yield maxes that we have to the top of our research sheet, so I can quickly just kind of scroll through yield maxes and see who might be attractive. You can see the AMDY, we've talked about that in the past, kind of close to support. A general comment though, well, here's TSOY. This is kind of what triggered my thought process in this regards is TSLY is at its 52-week low, but Tesla is not at it, even the August low of, I think it was about 140. So I like picking up TSLY when Tesla's near that 140 level, but again, you can see that TSLY is at its 52-week low. So we really want to use the underlying of these yield maxes to determine our entry points into the yield max. So again, I want to watch, Apple APLY we like as well. When Apple, hits a support level, a low. And again, as we see that rotation out of technology, out of the Magnificent Seven, there might be some attractive entry points into some of these yield maxes. They all pay a pretty hefty dividend, monthly dividend. They all just went ex-dividend on the 5th, I believe, the 6th. So the last ex-dividend date was September 6th. So the next ex-dividend date is October 4th. So we've got, a good month till the next ex-dividend date. It's another reason, in my opinion, why TSLY hit its 52-week low is they just went ex-dividend, so it got discounted by the amount of the dividend. Reminder, you can see this distribution schedule via the link for the yield maxes via the link in the reference sheet of our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. So again, I'm going to be keeping an eye on these, and particularly the underlyings. If we see a significant dip in Tesla, I would be interested in TSLY. Big dip in Apple, I'd like APLY. Actually, APLY in low 16s would be attractive. We've held both of those for a nice dividend in the recent past. So I know a number of our BeachBum traders have made some good money with a variety of these yield maxes, including NBDY. So again, if we see a significant dip, and I would be watching the support levels bottom on NVIDIA. Same way with OARC, etc. ARC's got some downside to go. So again, you can watch all of these in the ad sheet of our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. So also there's more detail on TSLY, support resistance levels, etc. APLY in the main sheet. Those are the ones we've watched before. We've got a variety of them on bonds, TLT, etc. Talked about PBT. So again, it only paid 5 cents a month. Last ex-dividend August 30th. But you can see we're looking for price appreciation in PBT, so it gives a nice adjusted yield. Again, dividend payers may be a great way to ride out the September effect, the late September slump, wait for a swing back up in the markets that historically we see going into the end of the year. So it might be a good time if you're looking for a more stable dividend payer, so one that's held up, got more stability. You can see the risk reward profiles for dividend payers in our Google Sheet, see their ranges, etc. Potential price appreciation, also their current year performance, which then goes into their into their net yield. So again, you can build your own, find your own dividend payers with the risk reward profile, level of stability, the category that you like, using our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. So again, some popular ones: IEI, IEF, JEPI, JEPQ, etc. So again, you can see their dividend payment information, risk reward profiles. And we're talking about Intel, selling puts on Intel. You can see it's paying small dividend now. Land, LTC. Again, I've been looking at these REITs frequently, but they're all holding up quite a bit. So they've got some room above their 52-week lows. If they do come down, again, I'd be interested in picking up some land, LTC, O, NSA, Stag. These are all REITs that, again, we like for real estate. There's NBDY. Again, you can see more detail on the yield max on NVIDIA. Got JEPI and JEPQ. So again, if we get more of a decline in the market, these might become more attractive. So these are popular ones on NASDAQ and S&P. So again, if anyone else in the chat has any others you'd like to look at, I'll leave this up, and we can take a look at those in a little bit as well. Again, we have a whole series of videos on how you can use our Dividend Payers Google Sheet to generate your own schedule of income using our Dividend Payers. And you can access that series via the link in our notes, or also, again, find them on our channel. So let me grab a drink and we'll talk about option strategies as another way to generate income. Again, while we ride out the September effect, possibly profit from the September effect, and then wait for the markets to swing back up. Welcome, Sydney Osborne. If I missed you earlier, thank you for joining us. So again, another strategies or several strategies we can also use to generate income in addition to our swing trading, our dividend payers, is by using option strategies. So we use a couple option strategies to also generate income. Firstly, we sell covered calls against our positions when they're going up, buying back when they're coming down. You can do a what-if analysis on your various covered call strategies using our new covered calls Google Sheet, so which you can get access to by joining our Patreon. So again, then you can do what-if analysis on a variety of covered call strategies to generate income for your current positions. And we have a video that further describes how you can use that covered calls Google Sheet for that kind of what-if analysis via the bonus link in the notes. We also sell puts on stocks when they're going down, buy them back when they're going up. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify potential opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. And again, you can also get access to and use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify potential opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. Again, with the market declining, the VIX perking up a little bit, some of the premiums may become more attractive. Selling puts may become more attractive given the September effect, the late September swoon. So again, maybe a good market opportunity to sell, and then when we get a rebound, buy back some puts. So again, you can use our Google Sheet, our puts ROIC Google Sheet, to identify and take advantage of those opportunities by joining our Patreon. I just have some quite a number of updates, and I want to look at one that we've added in a little more detail. So let me go quickly through the updates to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, and then again we'll look at the one that we've added in a little more detail. So we're adding LW. So let me focus on that one a second so we can look at the charts, etc. So I added LW to our research sheet. At a 50 strike price. So we access the chart for LW, the profile for LW in FinViz, so you can access the charts quickly and easily for these stocks via the FinViz URL in the comments column of our puts ROIC Google Sheet. So we can see what LW is. It's Lamb Weston Holdings. It's a consumer defensive, packaged food. We can see they've had some bad earnings and had significant gaps down. It also is a dividend payer. They do make a significant amount of money. PE is pretty low, only 12. Got plenty of shares. What they do is they do essentially, French fries and potato products, frozen potato products. I believe they're one of the largest suppliers, a lot of the fast food companies for frozen potatoes for French fries. And I think they've been negatively impacted by the whole GLP-1 fad right now. So again, big gaps down on their recent earnings, big decline in their net income, particularly past couple quarters, big decline in their EPS past couple quarters. EBITDA hasn't declined quite as much. But again, I think that whole GLP-1 fad caused these big drops. If we look longer term, again, significant drop recently. It's got a recent bottom in the low 50s, right around 50. So that's why I put the strike price there. So that bottom goes back to 22. So if we zoom back even further, again, that 50 level looks pretty stable. So I want to see if we can get some decent premium by potentially taking advantage of that decline in LW and see if that will pay some decent premium. So that's again why I'm potentially interested in selling puts on LW. All of these updates to our puts ROIC Google sheet haven't been filled in by our automated systems yet. So hopefully early next week, we'll get the options information for LW at 50. You can see I put the expiration out to January. So we'll give it a little bit of time, see if we can get an attractive premium, taking advantage of that possible overreaction and recovery and, frozen French fries, frozen potatoes, etc. I think they will turn it around. And also as the GLP-1 fad kind of stabilizes. So love to hear y'all's think about LW, Lamb Weston Holdings. What do you think? Is it a good one to sell puts on? Again, given these drops, I'm not as eager to swing trade it at this point, but that might be a decent swing trade opportunity as well. Again, you can see it's got plenty of upside up into the 120s. So again, let me know your thoughts on Lamb Weston, LW, if you think the French fry market will recover. Some other updates to the strikes, again, with the downtrending in the market, September effect, etc. Several of these stocks have broken down below the previous strike price that we had, so we're adjusting them. Again, these will update in our puts ROIC Google sheet, hopefully early next week, and we can see if they become more attractive at that point. But just to highlight some of the updates, AAP we lowered from 44 to 39. APA from 27.50 to 24.50. Dollar Tree also, we talked about Dollar General last week, and we thought that might have a negative impact on Dollar Tree. They also came out, reported earnings that were poor guidance. It significantly broke down. So we lowered the strike price to 83 to 60. Again, these big drops, if you're looking for short-term options premium, and you think Dollar Tree is going to, bounce, might be an opportunity for a short-term options trade. So, let me know what y'all think. Estee Lauder, again, we talked about and broke down below that 89 strike, so we pushed that down to 84. Again, negative sentiment going into until we get towards the holidays probably. HP we lowered from 32.50 to 30. I believe that's an oil and gas related company. And then I also want to talk a little bit about Mara. So again, we lowered the price. It broke down below that 15, which had previously looked like a support level. Let me bring that one up as well, just real quickly. So again, we can access the profile quickly via the link in our Google Sheet. So again, we saw, it broke down below that 15 support level. I think it's got, potentially significant more downside. So again, I looked at the deltas on it, and the nearest delta below 30 was about 1250. But again, we saw Bitcoin, declining, in my humble opinion. I think that's more Bitcoin, I think, is trading more like a tech stock than necessarily a currency, cryptocurrency. So again, we can see Mara's got potential downside, even down below 10. So again, just in my humble opinion, I would be a little bit careful with Mara as an individual Bitcoin miner, cryptocurrency miner. Also, I believe they lost money. Yeah, they lost money significantly more than expected in their last earnings. So again, I'll probably, it may continue to break down. We may continue to have to lower the strikes on a number of these, but I'm just trying to keep the deltas just below 30 and see what the premiums look like. Just very quickly, some others that we're watching. Disney now below 90 again. We'll see if it breaks down below 85. I got an 80 strike on it. Tesla, again, if Tesla continues down, selling puts might be attractive as well. I still have the sale out on Intel at 2. I didn't quite hit. I think it got up to 170 something on Friday. Didn't quite hit. I've got that at 17.50 for $2 for, again, long-term recovery in Intel. That's out on January. So again, you can use our puts ROIC, see who's declining rapidly or bouncing back if you've already sold a put, and our automated systems hopefully will start pulling those in early next week. We'll see if there's any additional opportunities. So I hope that all helps. Again, if anyone else has additional stocks you'd like us to collect put option information on, just let us know the ticker, the strike price or prices, expiration dates, etc. We can plug those into our puts ROIC Google Sheet, have our automated systems collect that data, and then you can see if that's an attractive opportunity to generate some income selling and buying that puts. Got a whole series of videos on how you can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to also generate income via the link in our notes, and we have a whole playlist of videos on how you could use options to make money trading on our channel, so you can access all of that information as well. Okay, I've got a few minutes and we can look at any individual stocks, talk about any, again, dividend payers, puts, etc. that you would like. If I missed your ticker previously, I apologize, and please throw those back up in the chat and we can potentially take a look at those, grab a quick drink, and we'll see if there's anything further we want to discuss today. So the Crow was sharing some ETFs, individual stock ETFs that are just being released, just being launched on Coin. Coinbase and Palantir. So again, we have a number of individual stock ETFs in our ETFs Google Sheet. Like to see, some history on some of the newer ETFs, but again, I don't know if those are leveraged. I can look at Coin, see if it's in FinViz right now. So let's see if CoinL is already in FinViz. Okay, so it's a 2x long. So that one's looks like it's been around for a little while. So again, if you're looking for a leveraged ETF to long Coinbase, there's CoinL, PTIR for Palantir. So another 2x long, that one's new. So if you're looking for 2x long leverage on Palantir, PTIR, and thank you, Crow, for sharing those with us. Alan Krantz is mentioning buyout of some silver companies. So AG buying out another silver company in Mexico. So maybe some further acquisition in some of the small silver miners, gold miners, etc. Again, particularly they've lagged behind the prices. Actually, all the miners have been lagging, so maybe we'll see some further consolidation. Might be some opportunities in some of those small gold and silver miners. Okay, again, if I missed your question or your stock you wanted us to look at, I apologize. Throw it back up there quickly. We can take a look at it. Otherwise, you can please always contact us, ask about stocks, etc., questions about trading by putting in the comments to any of our videos. Also, you can join and contact us via our Discord. Our Discord's free to join. We have all kinds of channels talking about different styles of trading different asset classes, etc. Again, all with the exception of a few channels I mentioned. All of these other channels are free to join, so we'd love to have you join and participate in our free Discord. And you can contact us by tagging us BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other characters, numbers, etc. Again, we would not send you friend requests or DMs without notifying you first. Anyone else is an imposter, so please ignore and report them. Also contact and find us on our various social media sites. You can find links to all of our social media sites on our homepage and link section of our homepage, beachbumtrading.com. Bum without the U. You can also find a free invite to our Discord in the link section there. We'd love your feedback on what we can do to improve our weekly trading game plans, any of our other videos, content, tools, our Google Sheets, etc., resources. Please let us know what can we do to improve and add more value for all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So again, really need your feedback. Also need your help. We hope that you like this content. Please smash the like button on our content. Please share our content and repost on your social media sites. Help us continue to build our BeachBum trading community for the mutual benefit of all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So again, we greatly appreciate your help, all your support. Thank you to everyone that participated in the chat today and everyone that's watching after the fact. And we hope to see you all back again next week, 10 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays for our weekly trading game plan. So good luck and have a great trading week.